you get.
Rain, it'll be cooler this weekend, but as far as like really Christmassy looking 9-day.
Yeah,
Not
gonna happen.
But hey, if you like a warmer winter, you're in for a little bit of a treat. Rain out in western Oklahoma, pretty light and scattered up in northwest Oklahoma, much more consistent once you get along in south of I-40 in southwest Oklahoma, but from Woodward all the way through Helena. In Fairview, some light rain, some moderate rainfall near Viside, down near Putnam. Might get a little break here in a second as that gap forming enters the picture, but a little extra shower from Butler will move into Putnam pretty shortly after that. And then there's that more moderate rainfall from Elk City and Sayre south through Hollis and Mangum down to the Altus area. So a nice soaking rain has been ongoing through this morning. That's already led to over an inch of rainfall in parts of far southwestern Oklahoma. So some really great rain down there, almost an inch in Altus. Once you get north of I-40, you'll see those rainfall totals drop off just a little bit to about ½ an inch to ¼ of an inch in Woodward. But either way you look at it, pretty nice rainfall. Now you notice I-35 corridor and east completely dry. That's going to stay the case for the next 24 hours. It's not going to be really until Thursday night into Friday that we see that change. This evening, things quiet down quite a bit, a little more isolated out in far western Oklahoma. Main energy still out in the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles and New Mexico. You see some snow out in New Mexico in that picture. As we get into Thursday morning, snow line could creep a little bit farther into the panhandle, more scattered to widespread showers in western Oklahoma through tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And then it's tomorrow night that we're going to see this system kick into gear. It's a slow roller. It's cut off from the jet stream like we've been talking about, and eventually into the I-35 corridor early on our Friday and through Friday early afternoon. By Friday evening, mainly off into eastern Oklahoma, but could provide some pretty beneficial rainfall. Speaking of weather and things that we've seen in the past, last year, 1 year ago today, we had 6 tornadoes. All these were pretty early in the morning. A lot of us were asleep during them, but 2 EF2s, 2 EF1s, an EF0, one that did not quite get a rating. But that 6 tornadoes helped us get to our 8 tornadoes last December. That was a record, and that was part of our 3-month stretch. That very active winter we had here across Oklahoma. 8 December, 5 January, 13 in February. All 3 of those record tornado months. This month, haven't seen one. Doesn't quite look like we will see one here over the next few days, but we will get some of that beneficial rain. Very quiet and dry in Chickasha, though on the cloudy side on Lucky Star Skycam Network, 55 degrees right now with that wind out of the east-southeast. Where we are dry, look at our temperatures in the 50s and upper 50s, so mid-50s to upper 50s. Out west where it's cloudier and soggier, from Hobart north even down into Altus, mid-40s early this afternoon, the freezing line way out in the panhandle. So much cooler where we are wet, much warmer where we are dry. We've all got that wind out of the east at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's going to hold true through this afternoon. Mid and upper 50s into low 60s, central and eastern Oklahoma. Western Oklahoma, 40s, and at warmest, the low 50s, with even some 30s still out in the panhandle through the afternoon, where that rain will be socked in for a bit, but eventually as we head farther through the evening, recede just a little bit. Higher chances out in the panhandles overnight, a little bit lower chances in western Oklahoma overnight, but that changes again as we get into tomorrow afternoon. With those lower rain chances receding a little bit, we'll chill off into the 30s tonight, which is mild for this time of year. Usually we're about or below freezing this far into December. And tomorrow afternoon, mild once again in central and eastern Oklahoma, more 50s to 60 degrees with 40s out west and 30s in the panhandle as the soggy and chilly weather continues for western Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Still dry here across the I-35 corridor, but that changes on Friday. Look what happens to our temperatures. Our temperatures, our highs fall back into the 40s for central Oklahoma and western Oklahoma as that cloudy, wet system spreads its way into central Oklahoma, increasing our rain chances. Could see a little bit of rain to snow mix up in the northwest, but by Friday afternoon, Friday evening, temperatures warm enough up there that that won't be much of an issue, and things will start drying out in western Oklahoma as the system continues to move off into the east. When all is said and done, western Oklahoma, a lot of communities 1 to 2 inches, but there could be some in far southwestern Oklahoma and far western Oklahoma that get that 2 to 4 inch range. Here across central Oklahoma, up to a ½ inch to perhaps at most in parts of the West Metro up to 1 inch. And then snow totals really do look to remain up into far northwestern Oklahoma. And a quiet weekend ahead, a little bit cooler, highs in the low 50s on Friday, but I'll take it. You know, 60 next week. That's just before Christmas. It's nice. I know a lot of people want a white Christmas.
But no excuse not to get out and get that Christmas shopping done.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And hang up the lights last minute if you need to.
Oh my goodness, if you don't have it done by now,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.